And off we go. Cincinnati controls the opening tap. A look at the Bearcats starters. Connor Hickman stepping in for Dan Skillings Jr., who's still recovering from a knee injury. Dongo feeds on Wuchekwa down low. He's got the mismatch high off the glass and in.
That was a good bucket.
Cincinnati has an offense. As that shot drops for James, they're shooting 57% from the floor.
They got 3 guys averaging over 14 points per game. They have so much production, and then as this game goes on, there's the steal.
Here comes Mitchell, liftoff, and welcome to Atlanta. Dillo Mitchell, transfer from Texas, throws one down. And here's one of them, the steal from Dillo Mitchell.
And it starts with Mitchell. He just gets over on Wuchekwa, pokes it away. He's a little more athletic in that. Right there, just got to set your feet. Don't get the happy feet on that one.
Lukosius down the lane, curling in and floating it over the rim. That was too easy. That's one thing Coach Stoudemire pointed out, too, is Cincinnati defensive likes to bust up plays. And Connor Hickman, first year as a Bearcat, transferring in from Bradley. That was one area Coach Miller was concerned in their win over Northern Kentucky was the rebounding, and Connor Hickman this time with the left hand.
Allowing Lukosius and Hickman to beat you in the paint right now, and that can't happen.
And offensively, Georgia Tech has taken just 2 shots. There's number 3, and it drops.
That's a tough bucket right there. Getting stuck and not knowing what to do. Run some stuff. Don't just go out and go down the alley and hope you can beat your man.
Luke O'Brien getting walked in by Dillo Mitchell, who swirls it around him.
Nice moves in the post.
But hangs it high, and it won't fall. Yeah, Georgia Tech has the rebound, and on the third opportunity, Wuchekwa gets it in. And for all the things Cincinnati did well in their first road game of the season against Northern Kentucky, rebounding, particularly on the defensive glass, was a concern. Shooting the 3 was not. Tyler Betsy. Gustav probing, spinning. On Wuchekwa, free throw line. Jay? Yes.
Showing us a little variety in his game. He doesn't just have to be right under the basket.
Stop turning the ball over. Need those shots to fall. On Wuchekwa, kick out, 3-pointer for Wasey Reeves. Swirls down. Wasey Reeves led the ACC in 3-point field goals attempted. He was noticeably absent there in the second half against Georgia as Hickman floats it down.
Well, now you got Jizzle James and seeing what you have in him, and you're really happy.
McCollum racing down the lane, throws it up to Dongo, and there's 2. Georgia Tech just 1 of 5 from 3-point range. Jizzle James moving between the tackles, if you will. He hits it. His father, NFL Hall of Famer, nowhere to go with it. Kicks it out, and wide open, there's Jizzle James. It won't fall. Betsy with the putback. And here comes McCollum the other way. George goes up and gets it.
They need George to get going. He's someone who brings everyone up with him, but Cincinnati moves quick in transition. James, he had plenty of space. Georgia Tech's guards aren't doing the best job of keeping them out. Try and take his chances more. He's a big 6'8" wing that can shoot 3s. He's a coach's dream.
Alley-oop attempt, and there's another one. Turn of the rim, black and blue, Cincinnati. He gets it, but well outside the paint. He'll try and back him down. Here comes the help. And Dongo turns it over. It's James and Mitchell. Will they go to the sky again? Yes! And the Bearcats are raining terror. Dongo trying to answer, and he has it swatted from behind.
I mean, Cincinnati, the Bearcats are doing everything.
And in some ways, Cincinnati may feel like they haven't taken full advantage of all those turnovers. Just 11 points off of them. But they've got the 13-point lead. Looking to stretch it. They will. And Tyler Betsy. Georgia Tech trying to deploy some press. They force a turnover. Reeves goes up, and he's blocked from behind by Jizzle James. Now Cincinnati can run. Lukosius on the other end.
They did a great job on the full court press, got the turnover. They just don't get the bucket, and then Cincinnati's rewarded on the other end. Sometimes it's just cruel.
Falling on the floor, Terry gets it to drop. Give James some credit, too. He didn't give up on the play after the turnover. Tech forces another one. It won't go for Terry. Third look, there it is.
His teammates loved it.
On Wuchekwa, knocks it loose, and Georgia Tech picks it up. Powell to the hole, takes the contact and gets the roll.
Georgia Tech is starting to cause turnovers for Cincinnati.
Duncan Powell might be the best on Georgia Tech's team in that category. Plays with tremendous passion. McCollum took a hard fall on the screen, and off the ball screen, Day Thomas. Not to mention a foot and height.
I was going to say, you're running into a sternum.
McCollum step back three. How about an answer?
Rather than just sending it straight into the paint.
Jizzle James around the corner and spins it in. So far, 6 points and 4 assists for Jizzle. Lukosius, he does not miss.
This man is automatic.
Towards the lane. Bantego has it ripped away behind Wuchekwa. There's only 1 second on the shot clock, and it's a shot clock violation. And
that's the left, the hoop you're looking at right now. That might be the friendly one.
Naithan George splashes a three.
It's the friendly one.
And it's been challenging at times early on this year for those two.
Yeah, there's a guy.
Hickman catch and shoot. Yes. But Coach Stoudemire addressed after the loss to Georgia was the mental makeup of his group. Trying to improve that. Duncan Powell, ISO on Dillo Mitchell. 2 veterans banging, and Powell winning out. Still a 15-point lead for Cincinnati. James, that one drops. It's been a crisp performance so far for the Bearcats. Great feed from Lukosius and Taryn Page. Not at this point in the season. But he's got to be, if not satisfied, at least mostly satisfied with what he's seen from his group today. Lukosius, the net hardly moved.
Taking it from deep. We've also got a guy who's 2 for 2. I mean, from beyond in Betsy. These guys are crazy.
And for Dongo, he's now got 5 points. Georgia Tech is trying to find some rhythm offensively. O'Brien, there's a quality look.
That was a really good look from Mustaf.
Betsy's got it. And Taryn Page. Strong take, Jaden Mustaf. And Page gets it to go.
I thought we were going to be talking threes all game long, but what's really stood out for Cincinnati is their ability to lower the shoulder and get into the paint.
And Luke O'Brien. Here comes Georgia Tech. Jaden Mustaf at the point guard position. His first real run. And a little out of control. In transition, Hickman gets Terry in the air, and there it is.
That's why Cincinnati's so good.
Duncan Powell. His three-pointer is short. Still waiting to see Kawasi Reeves work through him. You like that sweet potato pie. Duncan Powell with the two-hand jam.
Duncan Powell's been that spark that they've needed. Georgia Tech's been a small run at times.
Been pretty good at the free throw line today, 9 for 12. In the corner, Dillo Mitchell. Yes, sir. He can do it all.
If he can unlock that, imagine the player he can be. Well, look at it right there. Corner three for him.
This first three of the season, Naithan George answers right back.
Also interesting seeing him on the floor with Jizzle James. See how they work as a backcourt.
I'd say they work pretty well.
It works out.
Lukosius has it swatted away by O'Brien.
One board away from a double-double and then tossing it in there.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for rebound there. And
well, now he's got the double-double.
Exactly. Largest of the afternoon. George. There's a three falling for him. And for the Yellow Jackets, you're just trying to find some momentum going into this week.
What I'd imagine Coach Stoudemire is going to look at after this is just trying to put a full 40 minutes together for the Yellow Jackets. A lot of tests coming up for Cincinnati.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to tune into a Cincinnati Xavier game, that's one of the most, at least outside the Midwest. Connor Hickman. He's got 14.
A quiet 14. That's what he can do, and he loves that move, finding some open space to get a floater over the top.
Naithan George with 13 now to lead Tech. Put back up by Reed. And Cincinnati winning on the offensive glass here in the closing minutes. Griffith again, and he's got 2. But for the Yellow Jackets, I think there are a few things they can work on. Another turnover there early. Here comes James, and down it goes.
And it was beautiful basketball. You see there just the athletic.
It's only their second turnover of the half, so a positive there. Suarez taps it in. I think the message for the Yellow Jackets, but Cincinnati again gets a 5-0, and Georgia Tech falling to 2-3. The Bearcats, their first test of the season, Nick,